Your area of expertise is using and making sense out of the voice of the customer. So the contact centers is where we get that data. If we're managing BPO partners and we're taking on new BPO partners, just as like with our agent pool, with more and more AI, the easy things are getting handled. So the agents are addressing more complex issues. The training, the requirements, who you're looking for when you're hiring an agent is changing because of the role that they're changing. Is there an analogy to hiring BPO partners from your perspective? Because if we're on this gold mine, but they're part of the gold mine all over the world, should we be hiring BPO partners that are more cognizant of, I need to be providing in better feedback? I need to be an advocate for this voice of the customer
Sure.
versus I'm going to be a low cost alternative that hopefully isn't going to hurt your CSAT score.
I think that's a really fair point. And I think definitely the answer, in my view, would be yes. And I think we see, as you said, that a lot of our data is reliant on them. And of course, the more operational data is not so more reliant on the systems that we manage globally. But when it comes to things like the summary of the call, for example, we really rely on the structures and the quality of the agents and of the processes laid out by us together with the BPOs to make sure that we're tracking the information that we need about that call. And of course, these days you could just say feed the whole transcript of the call into a large language model. But is that overkill? Maybe it won't be because it's just so easy. But we very much like to work in a way that our agents and our BPOs help us to understand why people are calling. And I think having that kind of insight available at our partners is something that makes a big difference because it means that we can very quickly understand, for example, if there was a increased volume of calls in a certain week and it was about a certain product, for example, then it's very easy for us to get a sense of what happened because we've asked for these kinds of summaries to be created in a certain way or these kinds of notes to be taken in a certain way. And it's clear to both parties that this is important for more than just, let's say, tracking for bonuses or tracking against a service level agreement. It's about something bigger. It's about being able to really analyze the impact that's being had on the consumer.